sure to see why God actually set it up. That makes sense. Yeah. Love all the time.
First of all, it happened way too long ago for anyone to find it.
That's right.
And we can't take somebody else's mind.
I agree with you 100%.
I'm always afraid my ankle's going to turn. Fortunately, I didn't break it.
Just break it, not
But I mean, I still exercise and
I would have
you know, I can stretch. I can relax. I can stretch. I used to walk, but I can't walk as
I walked the other day in the gym.
Yananai, Yananai, Nemato. Yananai, Yananai, Umanai. Yananai, Yananai, Shevet Achim. Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. Yananai, Yananai, Nemato. Yananai, Yananai, Nemato. Yananai, Yananai, Umanai. Yananai, Yananai, Umanai. Yananai, Yananai, Shevet Achim. Yananai, Yananai, Shevet Achim. Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. Let's light up the world, oh brothers and sisters, together with peace and love. Bring light to the world, oh sisters and brothers, and sing Hine Matov. Yananai, Yananai, Hine Matov. Yananai, Yananai, Hine Matov. Yananai, Yananai, Umanai. Yananai, Yananai, Umanai. Yananai, Yananai, Shevet Achim. Yananai, Yananai, Shevet Achim. Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. Join us. Let's light up the world, oh brothers and sisters, together with peace and love. Bring light to the world, oh sisters and brothers, and sing Hine Matov. All together, Yananai, Yananai, Hine Matov. Yananai, Yananai, Umanai. Yananai, Yananai, Shevet Achim. Shevet Achim, Gam Yachad. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We just sang from the Psalms how wonderful it is for all of us to be together, and truly how wonderful it is on this very, very special night. And I always say this is a very special Shabbat, but this is a very special Shabbat. So this is called Shabbat Shirah, literally a Shabbat of song. Synagogues around the world are reading the story from the book of Exodus of the Israelites reaching the Sea of Reeds, the Egyptian army coming from behind, the miracle of the parting of the sea as the Israelites cross to freedom. And upon reaching the other side, upon finding that freedom, upon seeing the waters close and seeing the danger go away, the people sing. And so it is often traditional to have an extra musical service, and we are extra musical tonight. We are so glad to have our Shabbat Achshav band, our Kolenu choir, singing together only for the second time. Erev Rosh Hashanah was the debut, and we are really, really excited to have everyone together again. And thank you to Cantor Cannizzaro for working so hard to make this happen. And as we think about that voyage from slavery to freedom, from the place where we are at risk, to a place where we need to be, where we can find that safety, that refuge. There are also many synagogues, especially in our country, who take this Shabbat to recognize the refugees in our community and think of ways that we can help them. And when we think of ways that we can help refugees in our community, we turn to Gulf Coast Jewish Family Services, and we are so glad to have representatives from Gulf Coast Jewish Family Services here tonight. And Ruhullah Shayan, who came here from Afghanistan on a journey just about as miraculous as the crossing of the Sea of Reeds. And we're really looking forward, Ruhullah, to hearing your story tonight. And as if that wasn't enough, Sarah Pincus is becoming bat mitzvah tomorrow afternoon. Now that's her one time. because usually, even with everything going on, we don't usually applaud at Shabbat services, and that's important, right? This is not a concert. This isn't a program. This is a service. And with that in mind, I want to remind everyone to please silence or turn off your cell phones. We also ask that there's not photography or video from the congregation other than Jan in the back. Jan, thank you for being here, for helping take our service to all of those who are joining us from home or from wherever you may be. And we always say when you choose to participate in our service from your home becomes an extension of our sanctuary. We feel your presence tonight, and we hope you feel ours as well. Everything that you need for tonight's service, if you're in the sanctuary, will be on the screens behind me. If you are at home, it will be on your screen underneath me. For those who are in the sanctuary, you will find a page number at the top of the screen when whatever we're leading can also be found in your Mishkan Tefillah prayer book. And if you're more comfortable in the book, or if you want to let your eyes wander and see some of the other beautiful readings and teachings our prayer book offers, please feel free to do that as well. And we also strive to be a community that is welcoming of all people with all needs. So as you enter the sanctuary, we have what we call our Shalom Station. There are large print prayer books, headphones for anyone with auditory sensitivity. There are fidget toys, quiet fidget toys for anyone of any age who requires that in order to be more present with us. And if you think of anything else that you might need to make this service more welcoming for you, please let us know. We're always looking to see how we can be the most welcoming space that we can be. And we also recognize that while there are many times in our service where we ask the congregation to rise, there are those for whom standing is physically uncomfortable or difficult. So when we do ask the congregation to rise, if it's difficult for you to stand physically, please feel free to remain seated. We always know that you will be joining us as you rise in your hearts. I believe with all of that said, we are going to invite Sarah now with her brother Evan and her parents, Lauren and Allie, to lead us in the blessing over our Shabbat candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav l'chalik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen.
Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who finding favor with us, sacrificed us with mitzvot. In love and favor, you made the holy Shabbat our heritage as a reminder of the work of creation. As first among our sacred days, it recalls the exodus from Egypt. You chose us and set us apart from the peoples. In love and favor, you have given us your holy Shabbat as an inheritance. Praise to you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign our universe, creator of fruits of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri pri hagaven. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'b'ratzon inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom techilah lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'chata v'yotanu kidashta mikohamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'vratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
Guys, thank you so much. Sarah, we are so excited to celebrate with you and your family tomorrow. We'll see you up here in a little bit. You guys can head back down. If you've had enough of the kiddish. That is. we don't offer to-go cups. Let's read together. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. We rise together in our places or in our hearts for the Barchu, our call to worship.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed Le'olam Va'ed Ya la 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 Ya la la
One and only God, you have made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, eternal God, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love. Together, we proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. And please be seated. Love, only love with all your heart. Love, only love with all your soul. Listen to the wisdom inside and around you. You will remember as you're walking through the day. Make this world a better place. Children will learn, and their future will be love. Only love with all your heart. Only love with all your soul. Listen to the wisdom inside and around you. You will remember in your home and on your way. Make your life a voice of God. Be a sculptor for the holy. Be a doorway for love. Love, only love with all your heart. Love, only love with all your soul. Listen to the wisdom inside and around you. You will remember. You will remember. You will remember.
We read responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The
high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice
and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day
when the nations will be one and at peace.
Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
Come
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Amen. There's an evening prayer that we say called Hashivenu, when we ask God to spread a shelter of peace over us. For our ancestors, life was very uncertain. When they went to bed, they wouldn't know if they would be attacked by wild animals or bandits would assault them, or they didn't know what would happen before the morning came. And we know that there are so many people in our world who do not have a safe place to be, or whose safe place doesn't always feel so safe. So I invite us to take a moment to turn to a neighbor, turn to someone next to you, and offer an answer to this question. What can you do to be a shelter of peace for the people around you? Talk to each other.
It's coffee time. It's coffee time. Coffee talk. It's coffee. Aggressive era. Aggressive noises. Yeah. It was Michael. Yeah, based on Michael Myers' mother-in-law. Yeah. We can look.
So as we finish our thoughts, come back together, I invite us not just to leave these answers hanging in this room, but to let them really sink in, to ensure that we go out into the world, committing ourselves to being that shelter of peace for others, the way that God is for us. We read together the Chatima of the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. And we rise together in our places or in our hearts for the Amidah, and to lead us in the first blessings of it, we invite up Sarah Pinkett.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagib tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor veHanorah, El Elyon, Gomel HaSadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher HaSdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'Neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Lozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah.
Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol ata Rav leHoshia, Mashiv haruach umorid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei Hayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'emanata lehachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh hakol Atah kadosh v'shimecha kadosh Ukadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
And we may be seated. Sarah, Yashar Kochech, more power to you. You can head back down. We are so excited to be led by you in the whole service tomorrow afternoon. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Together. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai, who sanctifies Shabbat. Join together in our prayer for peace, which we so sorely need.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Adon Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Ki Adon Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov be'einecha levaresh et amcha Yisrael b'kol leinu b'kol sha'ah Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim
As we come to our silent prayer, which will be followed by our prayer for healing, I invite you to reflect on healing. We look out our windows at a broken world. We look at ourselves with all of our wounds. And we look out to the people we love who suffer from so many things. COVID-19 and its after effects, suffering in a dark room of despair, people suffering in mind, body, and spirit. In this moment, hold them tightly in your heart, so tightly that they stay in there with you when you leave the doors of this sanctuary, setting the intention to show them acts of kindness and love and healing, for we do not know the power that we truly have in healing others in our lives.
רפאנו אדוני ונרפא, הושיענו וניוושע, אל קרוב לכל קורב, אך קרוב ליראיו ישעו. We pray for healing of the body. We pray for healing of the soul, for strength of flesh and mind and spirit. We pray to once again be whole. El Narifana. Oh, please heal us now. Refuat ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, refuat sheleva. Heal us now. Heal us now. Heal us now. Heal us now. הושיע את עמך, בורך את נחלתך, וראם ונעשם עד העולם. מי שברך אבותינו, מי שברך אמותינו, אנא אדוני הושיענה. We pray for healing of our people. We pray for healing of the land and peace for every race and nation, every child, every woman, every man. El Narifana. Oh, please heal us now. Please heal us now. Ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, refuat shelema. El Narifana. Oh, please heal us now. Please heal us now. Ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, refuat shelema. Heal us now. Heal us now. Heal us now. Heal us now. Heal us now.
Rabbi Weiss challenged us to think about how we can provide that shelter of peace to those who are so in need. And again, we just sang this prayer of healing, thinking of the broken world in which we live, and to those organizations, to those people who are dedicating their lives to providing that shelter of peace. They are performing that act of tikkun olam, of repairing the world, of healing that brokenness, and helping to create the world in which we know we all can live. And as I mentioned, Gulf Coast Jewish Family and Children's Services are one of those organizations that has given so much to help create that shelter of peace, that sense of safety in such a vulnerable world for so many. I know I could thank everyone, but Cindy Minetti, our congregant who works for Gulf Coast Jewish Family and Children's Services, who was one of the ones who called me and said, can we do this? And I'm so, so glad you did, and we are so, so glad that this is a part of our congregation on this Shabbat, and that we're able to support you all in so many ways. And actually, I know, I don't want to do too much, but Ruhullah and his family were with so many of our congregants at our mitzvah day when we were at the refugee garden, and that's just one way in which we've partnered with Gulf Coast and look forward to many, many more partnerships in the future. So at this time, I'm going to introduce Abdel Dana Roca. Close? Okay. Who is the Director of Refugee Integration Services for Gulf Coast Jewish Family and Children's Services. He's been in this position for the last 10 months. And before coming to Gulf Coast, he was with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, doing so much to help those around the globe for 7 years. So Abdel, I will turn the pulpit over to you at this time.
Good evening, my friends. Thank you so much for having us. This is a real positive experience that I'm going through right now. My role here is very simple. I'm here just to present through Allah and talk a little bit about Gulf Coast Jewish Family Community Services journey with the refugees and helping them. Gulf Coast has been assisting and helping in resettling refugees since the 19s. For the former Union Soviet refugees, and all the way along until recent crisis with Afghans who came here to the United States with Operationalize Our Welcome. And then right now we are assisting a lot of Ukrainians with the Ukrainian crisis. I want to say that last year we assisted about 1,600 people from all around the globe, Latin America, Europe, Middle East, and different countries. I would like to leave the talk for Ruh Allah to talk about his experience, how hard is it to leave the country behind and everything. As Rabbi says about Exodus in the Torah, people are still facing the same thing, and we're trying to shelter them in homes over here in the United States through our organization. And the community as well has been very assisting for all of our activities, assisting those people in need. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everybody. Shalom. I'm going to start my words by the name of Adonai. I don't need you to agree with me, need you to care about me. Rabbi Jonathan. Everybody knows that how hard it is to live your life, what you made all your life to create a better life for your kids, for your family back, and start new life from zero. Everybody knows that's really hard, because most of the people, they experience immigrant to have a trip from one country to other country. I'm gonna just explain something from my journey from Afghanistan to here. My name is Ruhullah Shayan. I was former officer from Afghanistan, that my rank was major, and my wife, Zainab Shayan, she was also my boss in Afghanistan. And because she was lieutenant colonel and I was major. And she was secretary for Deputy Minister of Defense of Afghanistan. So we had a really good life with everything that about 10 years we create our life the best. With 2 kids that we have in family, we try to grow them perfect. We did everything for them. But when our country just collapsed to the hand of Taliban, there wasn't any way for us. No way. We just need to survive. Survive for save the kids' life. 2 kids, 7 and 5 years old. Always, I remember when we started our journey, my wife, she was hopeless. Just every time she prayed for God to help us. But we found someone in the United States that he was working with us in Afghanistan with the military. We found him as a family. He hung our hands. He just told us God exists. The kindness exists in our heart. We will help you. So the day, as we remember, every darkness was in our country. Everywhere was just darkness. No candle, no light for us. After 1 month, we could just had a really bad journey with a lot of dangerous checkpoint of Taliban to the north of Afghanistan to just survive. After 1 month, we could come out from Afghanistan and went to U.S. bases in Qatar. And after 21 days from Qatar to the United States. I don't want to say anything about our journey because it's going to make everybody cry. I don't want to see you cry because right now with a smile you look better. I like a smile. I love smiles, and all the faces will be beautiful with a smile, not with crying. God loves a smile. So it means everybody needs to bring a smile in all the pupils' life. As I heard during the praying, shelter of peace. We found the shelter of peace with a Gulf Coast Jewish family. As an immigrant from Afghanistan to the United States, we lost our way. We couldn't find anything. We didn't do anything. So the Gulf Coast Jewish family, they were like a candle for us in the darkness. They just turned on the candle as we turned on here. We saw the candle. We just came together around the candle, use from the light to see our way, to find our way. So as they did for us, my kids, they are right now at school. My 7-year-old daughter, her name is Mersana. She's at the school in 1st grade. She speaks pretty good, better than me English. And my son, he's 5 years old, and one of who loved the soccer. Right now he is in soccer team. This is all about the Gulf Coast Jewish family help that they did for us. My daughter, she's going to gymnastics. As I told to my friend, last night I was just working on my computer. I saw something just cross me. My daughter, she just made a cardio in front of me. And she was really happy. Why? Because she feels right now the peace. Who brings this peace for us? You know better. Who? The Gulf Coast Jewish family. I'm gonna just say thank you so much. Thank you everybody who helped us. I'm really say just thank you. It's not coming to my mind. I want to say thank you. And I'm going to just finish my words by the speech of Mother Teresa. You can find in Google. Mother Teresa, she was a really famous mother in the world. She said, I can do things you cannot. You can do things I cannot. Together, we can do great things. So, help the Gulf Coast Jewish family that they could help me. Thank you so much.
We can clap.
Thank you so much.
Rahula, we can't thank you enough for taking the time with your wife. I hope Gulf Coast Jewish Family Children's Services also provided the babysitter for tonight. Okay. But it means so much to us that you chose to spend your evening with us. We didn't have time for question and answer, but I believe that Rahula, his wife, Abdel, and other folks from Gulf Coast Jewish Family and Children's Services will be at a table right by our Tree of Life in the Buckman-Rachelson Social Hall after our service at the Oneg Shabbat, and are happy to answer questions and continue the conversation. And usually when we're talking about refugees at Schaarai Zedek, the one speaking is Dr. Robbie Bayer, also one of our congregants and a professor emerita at USF. Yes, Mazel Tov. And Robbie and her students put together a book of oral histories of local refugees, which will also be available at that table for a donation. The books include stories from Holocaust survivors, refugees from Africa, the Middle East, and Southern Europe, and those of people from Central and South America who've been applying for asylum, and all of the profits from those donations will go toward refugee projects. So, Robbie, Dr. Bayer, thank you for being here as well. So again, I want to wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom, whether you're here in the sanctuary or one of the thousands who are joining us on our live stream. Why not? Why not? Or on Tampa Bay Community Network. Again, we're delighted to have you all here. If you are in the sanctuary, all of our upcoming events, not all of our upcoming, a week's worth of upcoming events can be found in your handout. I hope you'll take a look at those. And for those at home and for those in the sanctuary, when you get home, www.zedek.org is the place to go to find everything that we have going on in our congregation, reaching congregants of all ages and stages. And we're so lucky to have so many opportunities for our congregants to come together. So whether you are here or at home, we want to wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom. And again, a special thank you to Ruhula, to our Kolenu choir, to our Shabbat Achshav band, to Tara Schwartzbach. What a special evening. Yeah, we'll have to do this more often. Okay. On the first Friday night of the month, we like to honor our birthdays for the month. So anyone who has a February birthday, I'm going to ask you to stand in your place if you're comfortable. Go ahead. Oh, it's not your birthday. Do we have any February birthdays? I know we have some. All right, here we go. And anyone else? There we go. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. And Cantor is going to lead us as we sing Yom Huledet Sameach to all of you.
So it's very simple, to the tune of Happy Birthday, but Yom Huledet Sameach.
Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach.
Happy birthday.
And at our membership table, which I also should have mentioned, anyone who is visiting this evening and wants to learn more about the congregation, or those of you who've been here for years and want to learn more about the congregation and what's going on, Donna will be at our membership table. And for all of our birthdays, you can pick up a box of sweet Schaarai Zedek raisins. You don't even have to show your driver's license. So really, anyone who wants a box of sweet Schaarai Zedek raisins is welcome to do so. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows. It's radiant with warmth and beauty, but soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen, the flames dance, and our lives are full. But as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen, yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. At this time on this evening, as we've heard such beautiful melodies, we think of those who, although their voices are no longer able to sing physically, although they've passed from this world, we know that their melody continues to ring so brightly in our hearts and in our souls as the ways in which they lived, the values we learn from them continue to sing through us. So it is on this Shabbat that we remember those who have recently been laid to rest, those for whom we are in a period of Shloshim: Sylvia Feldman, Lois Stoller, Lucille Shainwald, Dan Weizenkorn, Morris Solomon, Cindy Hunter, Michael Roth, and Joseph Parada, and to be laid to rest, Ross Herbert Lewis. It's also at this time that we remember the yahrzeit, the anniversary of whose passing that occurs on this Shabbat. We remember Dorothy Beach, Arthur Berger, Joel Berger, Ellie Bernholtz, Albert Block, Matilda Brower, Tibby Brower, Muriel Bressler, Mitzi Brawarski, Craig Chase, Leo Connie, David Copeland, Burton Korn, Ella Down, Helen Erdlin, Frank Feldman, Robert Gofter, Matilda Goldfinger, Ann Goldstein, B. Greenberg, David Grossman, Stanley Haas, Esther Himmelson, Hyman Kalish, Irene Kalman, Edward Carlin, Jay Katz, Hassan Keskiner, Robert Levitt, Erica Lieberman, Steffi Moorer, Lynn Morgan, Harriet Newman, Levy Newman, Thomas Newman, Mac Perlman, Joseph Ransahoff, Larry Roberts, Harry Rosen, Pauline Rosenow, Morris Russo, Linus Sabian, Norma Sauer, Hyman Schaefer, Michael Schneider, Louis Schwartz, Dorothy Seiden, Amy Sells, Sarah Shapiro, Anna Schimberg, Notman Slousby, Bernard Sneidman, Marcia Stearns, Morris Tepper, Joan Tesh, Ruth Thorner, Aaron Vanderen, Rose Weiner, Molly Weisbach, James Williams III, Rosalind Witkoff, Rudolph Wolf, Bernard Zinneber, Gertrude Zeusis. Remember them even as we remember all of our own loved ones who are no longer with us, who, though unmentioned, are always in our hearts. Zichronam livracha, may their memory always be a blessing. Again, as we see them in everything we do, a blessing that continues to be with us. We rise now as we join together in Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, where even as we mourn, we take this time to thank and praise God for having shared such special lives with us. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'vyomechon, v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yit'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. Yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'halal shmei dekudesha barichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Ta'amiran ve'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimrama. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved, as we say together.
Amen.
You may be seated, except for those who are 18 and under. Sarah, we're going to have you come up first. All the rest of you come join Sarah as you are going to lead us in our motzi, the blessing over our challah, so that all of us can then head into the Buckman-Rachelson Social Hall for our Oneg Shabbat. Yeah, and we'll sing all. You can each take a piece now if you want, though.
Yeah.
And we'll sing together.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. And b'tei avon, a hearty appetite.
So you guys can take your challah back with you to your seats.
And there will be some in the oneg. Yeah, no, there won't? Okay, it's gone.
So we were joined a few weeks ago by a musician, Ilana Arian, who brought so much music and spirit to our Shabbat. And this is a song of hers that we thought could not have been more appropriate for how we use our voices, our actions, the power that we have in this world to make change as we help so many and help ourselves and those around us as we cross the multiple seas of Reed in our life. So we often like to rise for our closing song. Again, if it's comfortable for you at this time, we invite you to join us. There's a little bit of repeat after me. We'll repeat after
You'll catch
Cantor.
on in no time.
to
It's so
start.
much fun.
You'll get it.
Here we go. I will open my eyes.
I will open my eyes.
I will not look away.
I will not look away. I will use this gift I've been given every day.
I will give up myself.
I will give up myself.
I will reach out my hand.
I will reach out my hand. I will use this heart I've been given to take a stand. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world.
I will fight for the truth.
I will fight for the truth.
I'll stand up for what's right.
I'll stand up for what's right. I will use this strength I've been given to be alive. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the
Together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
She'asanu.
she'asanu b'tzelem Elohim.
If you haven't sung it yet, sing it this time.
I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world.
Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai avarech et amo v'shalom. May God give strength to this people, blessing this and all peoples with the ability to join hands with our neighbors as we cross our seas, creating that world we know can be, working together with all of our partners to create that world of peace. Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, everybody.
Power. Let's sing it. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world.
like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai, who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. מלכותך ראו בניך בוקי הים לפני משה ומרים צליחנו אנו והללו אדוני עמך לעולם ועד. Who is like you? Adonai, who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai, who is like you? Who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. I look up, you're not there. Not ready, I'm not prepared. I need strength to climb. I reach and still I find that I'm weak and I'm scared. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo yavo Izri. Esainai el harim me'ayin yavo yavo Izri. I need rest, I can't sleep. Awake and still I grieve. So if I fall out of reach, Let rest be upon me tonight. Esainai el harim, me'ain yavo yavo Ezri. 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 Esainai el harim, me'ain yavo yavo Ezri.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל
Shalom Rab al Yisrael Hamcha ve'al kol yoshvei Tevel. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Hamcha tasim le'olam. Shalom Rab al Yisrael Amcha ve'al kol yoshvei Tevel. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom Ki Ata Hu Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha Ve'hakol Yoshvei Tevel Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha Tasim Le'olam V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha beit Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha Ve'al kol Yoshvei Tevel Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha Tasim Le'olam
sweet as honey on our tongue.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Kidshanu במצוותיו וציוונו לעסוק בדברי תורה, לעסוק בדברי תורה.
Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Kidshanu במצוותיו וציוונו לעסוק בדברי תורה, לעסוק בדברי תורה.
Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey, sweet as honey on our tongue.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו,